Hello everybody, Don Giannatti, lighting-essentials.com and project52prosystem.com. And I'm going to talk a little bit today about some images the students have done over at Project 52 and at Lighting Essentials regarding splash photography. And there's a lot of ads these days using splash and that frozen motion that you can get from catching something that our human eye can't see and just freezing it. And it's just a really remarkable thing. Well, let's start out here with John Mcallister's image, and he took this candy that is available there in the UK and used it to develop an image around it using the same kind of feeling that the candy has. In other words, he's got the blue spray in the back, the chocolate, and notice that what he's done is actually thrown the chocolate up against a can, something the size of the chocolate bar here, thrown something up there, and he captured these splashes as they happen. And then he vertically dropped salt, pinches of salt, and caught that, and then moved them sideways, so that the salt would be going sideways through the image. So he captured an image of the feeling of this chocolate bar using their colors and strategies as well. Turned out to be a really nice shot, and the company has acknowledged how nice it was. Great shot by John Mcallister in the UK. Carla Mcmahon shot the background, the ice cream cone, the chocolate, and the blowing up chocolate here, the splashing chocolate, all separately, and then put them together in Photoshop. Did a beautiful job with it. This is a real splash. It actually happened that way. And I think she dropped a small marble or a ball bearing or some metal ball into chocolate that was in a bowl, and then was able to capture that chocolate in Photoshop, move it into position here. So really fun shot by Carla Mcmahon. The lighting on this is all over the place because it is a composited image. The next image I'm introducing here because I think it's a good image. This is by Rose Smith up in Oregon. Rose has since refined the image much better than this, and it'll be featured on an upcoming video. But for now, this is what Rose would call a work in progress, and the splash is made by something other than the lipstick, which hasn't been cloned out totally yet. I wanted to show you the shot before it's finished. So that created the splash, and what she's been able to do is give this cherry stuff a little less viscosity. And with a little less viscosity, she's got a little bit more spray coming up here. But this is a shot that Rose is working on. Rose Anna Smith up in Oregon. Sheila tried a good traditional shot here of Dove soap, and what she's doing is actually blasting the Dove soap from behind, throwing the water from slightly behind to catch it going and wrapping around the soap. One thing that she did was photograph the Dove soap in position without any water on it, and that gives her the ability to go and clone in those areas where the splash may actually be affecting the logo and the overall quality of the image. But this is by Sheila Joy. Lovely shot of Dove soap, and it works out very well. Sarah Flannery took several shots of dropping acrylic ice cubes into the water or gin or vodka or whatever she decided to use that day, and then taking Photoshop and compositing in the best parts of the splash, so everything's everywhere. She then dropped in the olives and got another shot. So this is composited from very many different shots. It's kind of interesting. fun shot to do. Look at the beautiful lighting, shot on plexiglass, and then the background is then manipulated in Photoshop to get it really super clean. Paolo is using strobes that won't freeze the water, but I ended up liking this effect anyway. It's got a little bit of motion to the water. We need to clean this label up a little bit, but I thought this was kind of fun with the water coming in at all kinds of angles like that. João Paulo over in Portugal. Greg Kindred shot this Gatorade. This is a first pass with the Photoshop. Photoshop's come in, and since this shot, he's really fixed up all this, and it's all much better now. But this is first pass. This is using Gatorade being splashed on, and of course the warp tool. And like I say, he finished off all these edges just nicely in Photoshop. Carla Mcmahon with Jack Daniel's whiskey. She first dropped a something similar in size to get the splash, and then she photoshopped in the Jack Daniel's, which was shot separately. So we get some beautiful light on the liqueur itself. Got the splash coming out of the end of the bottle. It's really fun, beautifully done by Carla Mcmahon. Steve Collins took Downy and first you photograph it clean, so he had the Downy bottle clean, and then he dropped it into a mixture of Downy and water, and the Downy makes the water a little bit more thick, and so he got a very interesting splash pattern, and then cloned in the clear, clean bottle where the splashes had gotten it wet. And one more from John Mcallister here. Also shot these oranges dropped into chocolate, small little box he made to hold the chocolate in there. It's deep. He's got it lit, and in all cases, by the way, in all the cases here, all the photographers have plastic over their soft boxes and cameras, etc., because this chocolate starts to go everywhere. He dropped something like, I believe it was a tennis ball or something to get the splash, replaced the splash with the tennis ball with the oranges, and again threw chocolate against something the similar size of this to get the spray, the splatter from behind. Really fun shot by John Mcallister. Sarah Flannery's working on this shot as well. The can is suspended, got the oranges and everything tossed in, and then where they weren't, obviously added with Photoshop, and then the water thrown in from cups, little small like Dixie type cups on both sides, catching the splashes. And this was then photoshopped for cleanliness. One of the things that she's going to go back and fix with this is to clean up this label down here. So that'll be something she's working on. And also a little bit of the shadow over here to lighten this lemon slice up just like this one, There's a real sense of excitement to the image. So these are some images in progress over at the Project 52 prosystem.com. If you're interested in Project 52, there's a link down below. We are full at the moment, but we will be registering new people in March. It's a very exciting class. I think you might be really interested in what we offer. But anyway, folks, thank you very much. If you like what I'm doing here, hit the subscribe button. That just lets YouTube know that you kind of like this stuff, and it moves me up the line a little bit. I appreciate it. Everybody have a great one. We'll see you on the next video.